Hi guys, hope you're going well, and yes, we are already at the end of July. It is crazy, I know, but you know what I like to do at the end of the month? I like to wrap things up and share with you some of the things that I've been watching that I haven't seen at the cinema. These are things that I've been watching on television, on Netflix, on DVD, etc. So look how organized I've been this month. Are you impressed? I'm actually really impressed by how organized I was at keeping a list of the things that I've been watching, so let's chat about it. I'll start it off with a couple of things that I rewatched. So both of these titles I watched at the cinema when they originally came out, but now they're out available on Netflix, so I watched them again. I'll start it off with Star Trek Into Darkness. So this is the second Star Trek movie in the rebooted franchise. Now, Star Trek I always get really nervous talking about because I am not a Trekkie and I don't really know the franchise and I haven't seen the originals or anything like that. I've just seen this reboot. So I feel always really uncomfortable talking about it because there are so many people that love to correct everything I say. I did like this second follow-up movie. I really enjoyed Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan. I think he's a brilliant actor. I know a lot of people were saying that he was miscast in this role. I didn't see the original Khan character, so I have nothing to compare him to in that sense. So I really enjoyed him in this. Blackfish is the documentary I rewatched on Netflix. It is a very powerful and moving film. I highly recommend you see it. It's just good to, you know, broaden your horizons and kind of be exposed to different ideas such as this film puts forward, especially the idea of orca whales and how they shouldn't be kept in captivity because they are far too intelligent, and to be kept in marine parks such as SeaWorld, it's just not a viable option. And these corporations, no matter what they do, it's never going to be enough for these animals. So this documentary is extremely moving. I remember the first time I saw it in cinemas, I had tears running down my face when I walked out and I bumped straight into a friend and it was like really awkward. And this second time I watched it again, I couldn't help but like have a few tears running down my face because it is extremely moving and hard-hitting. And you know, it is a documentary, so they do have a bias, you know, right up. I mean, it's not just going to be presenting both sides of the argument in that kind of sense. A documentary always does have a message and a bias of what they are trying to argue. So they are very anti-SeaWorld, so you do have to expect that that's what they're going to deliver in their argument. I really love this documentary, and whether by the end of it you still are for or against SeaWorld, it doesn't matter. At the very least, it'll give you some very strong ideas to walk away with, and it'll get you thinking, and I think that's the first step to change. Okay, moving on. This month is July, and it was the 4th of July, and I watched Independence Day. Can you believe it? This wasn't a rewatch. I actually hadn't seen Independence Day. Well, like, I had kind of seen it in bits and pieces, but I hadn't seen it from end to end. So on the 4th of July, I sat down with my friends and we watched Independence Day, and we felt very patriotic and pro-America, and it was a lot of fun.
Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Orange is the New Black. Last month I told you guys I was halfway through the season, so now I have finished off the season and I really enjoyed this second season. Like I said last month, I was feeling like the Piper main plot was nowhere near as interesting as the subplot, like the secondary plot that was the other like women in the jail, especially the sort of matriarchal dual battle of the minds that was happening between Red and V. Very cool there. It was also awesome because last weekend I got to go and attend the Young Hollywood Awards, and a bunch of the cast from Orange is the New Black were there, so it was really cool to see them. Danielle Brooks, who plays Tasty, won like Breakthrough Actress, and there was also a really funny category called We Love to Hate You. I don't know, just kind of a funny like category to like for villains. And Pablo Schreiber, I believe his name is, who plays like that guard with the like really funny like porn stash, who's like really evil. He won that award, which was cool. It's always really crazy when you get to know the character so well on screen, and then when you see them off screen in real life and they don't meet the expectations that you might have of the character, because obviously they're not that person in real life, and then you see them in real life and you're like, whoa, who are you? It's always just like really weird. I have another TV show that I wanted to try and get into, but I just didn't. You guys will have to let me know if you're watching it and if I need to revisit it and like get into it properly, and that is the sci-fi TV show with Halle Berry called Extant. I watched the pilot episode and I have to say I thought it was well done and well put together, but the concept just wasn't enough to, I don't know, really grab me. For some reason it didn't like pull me in. I wasn't like dying to know the mystery of what had happened to Halle Berry the astronaut. If you don't know, the premise of the TV series is that Halle Berry has been an astronaut. She's been up in space on this solo mission for like 13 months, all by herself, alone in space, and she comes back down to Earth to her family, to her husband and her son, who is like who is actually like a robot. Like he looks everything like a normal child, but he's really some sort of android robot. And the big mystery is that Halle Berry is pregnant, but it's crazy because obviously she's been alone in space, so ooh, what happened there? I also thought they gave away quite a lot of what was happening up on the space station in the first episode, which I thought they could have built into more, and like they could have built more suspense. I just thought they gave away a lot in the pilot, and I sort of, yeah, I don't know, it just didn't really work for me. This month I was really into anime for no particular reason. I just was kind of binging on it a little bit. I watched 2 TV series which were fantastic. The first one, Attack on Titan, was phenomenal, blew my mind. Although the series has a lot of episodes, I can't remember how many episodes, but it was a long series, especially the second half. I thought they could have condensed it, but overall this was a really, really wonderful anime. Loved it. Not going to go into it too much. Do you guys like anime? I don't know, you have to let me know, because if you like anime, I would love to review Attack on Titan. It is amazing. East of Eden was the other anime series I saw. I really enjoyed this series. I thought it was nice and short. I also can't remember how many episodes it was, but I pretty much blew through it really, really quickly. And I thought it was really sweet about this guy who wakes up with absolutely no memory. He's got nothing but a cell phone, and he has to kind of work backwards and piece together who he is and what's sort of going on. Throwing it back, I try and watch at least one classic movie a month. This month I watched Anatomy of a Murder from 1959 with James Stewart, and this is a sort of slow courtroom drama. The movie follows James Stewart playing a lawyer who takes on the case of a man who killed another man in cold blood after this other man raped his wife. James Stewart's job is to dig deeper under the surface, because in that time and that, you know, that era, the cops just sort of put a blanket ruling. They said he was guilty. He did walk into the bar. He did just kill the other man in cold blood in a public place. And so James Stewart has to say, look, no, there is more to that, and he has to dig in and like interview everybody and just like, yeah, just really dig under the surface to find out the truth. To finish it off with a foreign movie, I need to thank one of my lovely German subscribers, George, who found and sent to me this wonderful 90s animated German language movie called Felidae. It is following the story Francis, a cat who moves into a new neighborhood with his owner, and he discovers that there are some murders of other cats happening, and he takes it upon himself. It's like a detective mystery to get to the bottom of who is murdering these other cats. What's wonderful about this movie is they never show the humans, like the faces of the humans. We are entirely in the world of the cats, and I just thought it was wonderful. Really unusual type of film, and it kind of has these themes of maybe religious cult. As Francis is getting to the bottom of these murders, and really, really great, wonderful film. That is it, guys. Thank you so much. That is what I have been watching this month, the month of July. Make sure you let me know if you like anime. I would love to review some more anime on my channel. I haven't reviewed any before, so yep, let me know. I've got some great recommendations. In fact, the anime series I was talking about before, Attack on Titan, was recommended to me by one of my lovely subscribers, GNYHA12345. So thank you to you for recommending that anime, because I Really enjoyed it, and I would like to review it and talk about it. Also, let me know if you guys are watching the CBS show Extant with Halle Berry, because like I said, I only watched the pilot episode and then I kind of stopped watching, but I've been hearing some great things, so let me know if you think I should keep watching that show. Also, let me know your other recommendations. I love hearing recommendations from you guys. It's kind of what I base like my whole to watch list that I have like hanging up in my room of like what I need to see next. I kind of base it around what you guys recommend to me, so keep the recommendations coming. Make sure you subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my movie reviews, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye!